Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful and the friend of the helper and the comforter. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on your geographical location and your time zone. All subscribers, you're all welcome. I am wonderful and I wish you a wonderful time wherever you are. We are here once again to discuss issues pertaining to Nigeria and the homeland in Anambra State in Igbo generally. I want to shock you by saying this. The economy to grow in some states in Nigeria. The analysts believe that in spite of the challenges in Nigeria, that the economy of some of the states will grow at a high proportion. And they listed some of those states like Lagos, Delta State, River State, Abia State, Imo State, Anambra State, and Enugu State. They said these states will have a greater improvement in the economy. And for sure, I do believe that. And those that they thought to perform also very well are Ogun State, Oyo State, and the Federal Capital Territory. They reckon that this will perform creditably well. But the ones that will grow very, very great are many, including Edo State. They reckon that Lagos, Edo State, Delta State, Anambra State, Imo State, Abia State, Enugu State, and River State will grow at a very alarming proportion in spite of the challenges at hand in Nigeria and bad government. And you now ask yourself, how is that possible? They are talking about several things that will cause these things to happen. First, they describe that diasporian or foreign money from Nigerians and other foreign consign will be coming in a greater proportion into Nigeria. And those states have more people living in the Western countries with good economy, one of those powerhouses of the world. And they are going to remit a lot of money in establishing a lot of business consign and other things. They will pour a lot of money into the country. So, and I asking myself, why should the people, these experts saying this? Because considering the bad roads, considering the insecurity challenges, a lot of other things, power outrages, they said that this notwithstanding, there will be massive investment in these states. So I now going to use Anambra State as a reference point. Some analysts say that for Anambra State to be on top of Nigeria economic ladder, they will need to have between 50 to 100 medium to large scale industries every month for the next 4 years. That's meaning that in a year they must have established between 600 and something industries to 1,200 industries. That's a lot. So I now looking at that, I just want to use Anambra State as a typical example. Are they going to meet this target even this year? And some of the analysts, some of the people that know about how economy run, say to me that Anambra State, if the government of Anambra State push more on infrastructure, especially the road infrastructure, if you become bold in road infrastructure, especially expanding the key major roads this year, that they will meet the target for this year, between 50 to 100 industry. And other infrastructure, that they will meet that target. So they listed the key roads. They talked about 33 roads, which they think that should be dualized into 4 lane. They talked about Onitsha-Owerri Road, either expanding into 6 lane or 4 lane or 8 lanes, or repairing the dual carriageway, getting it motorable the whole year. They talked about Nkpo to Abia State. Nkpo to Abia State. They reckon that if it's dualized, that the state will be able to meet its target. They talked about the recently announced road, Amobia, Oka Amobia to Ikulobia to Uga to Imo border. They talk about that road will also bring a lot of greater economic power to Anambra State, and they will be able to meet their target. They now talk about some of the key roads that Anambra State need to do in this year. That some of them are not only the 33, but that they will need to get the 33 to at least to the Y junction, and dualizing the Y junction to Enugu Onitsha Expressway, dualizing that road also. That one alone will bring massive investment and a lot of industries and big time hotels and other establishments, which will help the government to meet the target. So they talked about also linking the Nkwele to via either Oka Road or Moba, crossing the road to that place, getting the Onitsha greater region, the interconnectivity to be streamlined. What they meant is getting the roads connecting to each other easily. From Awada to MCC, a flyover crossing across that place. They talked about a flyover crossing Oga to Atani Road. They talked about having a flyover that will cross from, or a road linking from near the Seaman Fleet Station to Nkwele or Oze. So they talked about dualizing of Idemili Obosi through Akola to Nkpo, dualizing that road. And they talked about the linking, dualizing through Okpoko. I've forgotten the name of the road they talked about, but they said they should have also flyover from the Onitsha Holiday Inn across from Oboduku to Onitsha Holiday Resort to Port Harcourt Road, linking the road. together, and they talk about the dualization of that Niger Street. The Niger Street, the one that the governor just completed, the one that people dump a lot of rubbish on, a lot of things. They talk about dualizing it, linking it to Zik Avenue, dualizing the Zik Avenue, joining to Opiweka, the Opiweka down to Main Market, dualizing that road also. And they talked about Oka Road, dualizing Oka Road, and taking it to Enugu Road towards GRA, linking it to 33, making it either one lane to 33, one-way traffic. I've forgotten how they described it. And when they were saying all those things, I've been thinking that those planners in Anambra State, don't they see all those things? Don't they hear these things? So they talked about also giving water to many of the cities in Anambra State, that it will help to meet the target in revenue and economic expansion, because it will help to save more money for people to invest in critical infrastructures. So now, we are now looking, let's just look critically on this figure they mentioned, or the target of 50 to 100 industries every month for this year alone. Can it be achieved? I am Kodili NYE, the son of the wonderful. Please subscribe if you are listening to this video. Wherever you are listening, please subscribe. I will need you to subscribe, because by subscribing, you will help us. And by sharing this video, you will help us for more people to listen, and for all those concerned listening to this will be able to do the needful. So now, they talked about these industries, the key areas the state should be focusing, and the areas that they have already topped 100 already. That 100, they reckon that over 100 industry on hospitalities will be achieved this year. They reckon that since December until around April, that they reckon that around 200 hotels with at least 80 or 100 room hotels will be open in Anambra State. That some of them, over 50 already, have started working already between December and January. So let's put it that Anambra State meet the target on hospitality, over 100 to 200 hotels and all those entertainment hubs. So that with 100 capacity hotels or 80 capacity hotel, actually this also will help the revenue, because the government will be actually getting something like $1 million or $2 million from those hotels every year. So they now look at poultry industry. They reckon that since last year, that they reckon from now till middle of the year, that there will be new something like 100 or 200 poultry industries that will be producing between 5 to 10,000 poultry products. That's meeting number 2, because they need to meet 50 to 100 every month. So they have already, they are on target to meet on that area. They reckon that they are also on the fisheries industry, that a lot of ponds, fish ponds have been built, are under construction in the state. And they reckon that with those ones, some of them that have started, that they reckon that there will be increased fish and fishery production in the state. That more or less the industry size will grow by 50 to 200 before the middle of 2024. So what again did they talk about? So meaning that they have met 3, so remaining 9. So they talk about other industries. They look at garment manufacturing. They reckon that more companies producing garments and the footwears, that they reckon that more, between 50 and 100 will be established. New ones will be established. Some of them have already started before the end of 2024. So meaning that they are always almost on course. And they also talked about musical studios and cinemas, big time cinemas and all those things. They reckon that already they are around 10, and 2 has started, 2 to 3 has started already, that they reckon that before the middle of this year that around 10 will start working. So they also looking at building industry. They reckon that over 100,000 houses will be built in the state, which will give thousands of jobs to people and a lot of demand, massive demand for industrial building materials. They reckon that between 100,000 or 100 and something thousand houses, more new houses will be built in the state. So that's a record. So, and they also talked about other production lines. They reckon that other industries, that there are over industries that are dealing with other chemicals and petrochemicals and other adhesives and other things. They reckon that between 50 to 100 will be totally achieved this year. So they talk about also educational institutions. They talk about that around 50 to 100 will be established, that some of them has already started working. Others are still on the pipeline. So they looked at, remember now we have achieved 5, 6. And they talked about on the medical field, they talk about industries and hospitals that will be having, or hospitals that will be having like between 50 to 100 bedded hospitals. They are foreseeing that this state alone will make the target of 100 to 200. That around since December, that 20 to 30 has started working already, and more are still on the pipeline. So another medical companies, medical production companies. So they also talked about machine tool industries and fabrications. That's where they said the state has a comparative advantage, that they have thousands that are going to be established, but a lot of them are mostly small scale, that the bigger ones will be between 5 to 10. So they look at other provisions, all those beverages and other food stuff, and oil meals and fish meals and other poultry products producing, they also thought that the state, from the last quarter of last year, that the state is almost on top to meet their target before the middle of 2024 of having over 100 or more. So they also talked about other industries, the entertainment industry. They are reckoning another entertainment programs that will create a lot of jobs. They reckon that with the increased security in the state, that there will be over 1,000 over 1,000 events, entertainment thing that will happen in the state this year. And this will be giving an average of 20 people jobs each. So, which which is fantastic. So over 1,000. That the minimum will be over 1,000. So there are other things they are talking about. They're talking about the road constructions that will bring a lot of increased economic activity in the state, and they reckon that the state will be the economy will grow better than it is at the moment. They also reckon that if the government is bold enough, the government of Chukwuma Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, can take a radical new approach in provision of infrastructure, especially the city roads, internal roads, that he can also meet building in major cities more than 200 roads, but he will need to be revolutionizing on that. So that's what I also discuss about that. I know that other financial options available and how to meet that target also. He can meet that target also. So we are looking at this, and based on this, there are a lot of bright things that is going to happen, and these things will reflect on the economy of Anambra State and all those states mentioned. I'm using Anambra as a point of reference, but remember, you have Edo State, you have Delta, you have Lagos, you have other states like Abia State, Enugu State, Imo State, and yes, so you have all those states. So there are a lot of things that are going to bring economic expansion. So I do believe what we are discussing is about expansion, that there will be increased economic activity in some key states. The Anambra, Lagos, Anambra top the states with expected greater economic activity 2024. Anambra, Lagos top other states in greater economic activities. I am Kodili-nye. Remember to subscribe. I don't know your views about this. I don't know. We need to. You need to share your opinion on this, if this is factual. And I do believe also one of the things that going to make the economy, especially in the southeast of Nigeria, is the ideology that is burning very, very bright, or the wind of Akuluno, think home ideology, that a lot of people are investing in their homeland. A lot of towns and villages are discussing about improving the infrastructure in those rural communities, and I do believe also, and they also believe that they reckon that this will increase so much this year, that a lot of communities will be totally transformed by this ideology, this newfound ideology, and they reckon that a lot of improvement will be noticeable in many of those communities. So, and they also talked about metal works, metal rolling plants. They reckon that 3 or 4 new ones will be established in the state. I don't actually know where, but I know that one has started in Okuzo. I know there's another one in Tani Road. I don't know if they have finished construction on that one. But also rice mill and rice milling in the state. They reckon that more rice mill will be opened. I know that one is in Nobi, which is supposed to have opened last December from Emeka Abanare, and there's one also been that has started production in Ozobro, and there's another one in one other town just forgotten. If you know the place, just tell me. And they reckon that between 10 will start working before the middle of the year. So maybe including those that are working already, that have started working since November, December. So there are a lot of rice mill that will be established. So there also are companies that are producing noodles and all those things will increased. And many other area, there will be a laying of foundation of a lot of industries, a lot of new industries and new enterprises. So they reckon that a lot of this will be done in the state, and they talked about ICT firms and data processing companies and all those things will be established, and more radio stations and will be established. I do believe that last year alone, Anambra State registered between 10 radio to 15 radio stations. And if we continue on that this year, there might be double of that, because a lot of, thinking about the election year is coming in 2025, and a lot of these political surrogates are establishing their own radio station in order to put on their own propaganda. So there are a lot of things that are being that will that will happen, that will gladden the hearts according to them, and I believe that will happen as well, especially this colonial ideology. But all eyes must be on the government of Anambra State, if they can accelerate their economic plan with speed, with according to what he said about the changing gear narrative. If we really practice what he says, it remains to be seen if he's going to do that. We are already in the 12th day of January 2024, and he has not started that mantra. 12 days has passed already, and the year is running quick again. So if he can actually maintain that, he will if he follow that pattern of a newfound pattern of changing gear, he will succeed. It's happening already in Abia State. You can see how demand for a lot of business concerns and all those things. You can see it's happening in Abia State already. So, and they reckon that there will be increased traffic in the airport, the Anambra State. Sorry, the the Anambra State owned airport. They reckon that more airlines will start business in that airport before the end of 2024. They reckon that it will be much more busier, and other airlines will increase their frequencies. Already happened last November, December. Some of the airlines increased. United started increasing their distance, and the APs also. And there's a speculation that Airborne Air and one other airline will be using that airport. But it remains to be seen. That's only speculation. But he's been on the street for a long time. They've been talking about it. There are a lot of mutterings about it. Hopefully that those states will reckon a lot of economic improvement, and hopefully it will create more employment, and it will also help to change the narrative, and the wind of this economic thing will blow away the insecurity and the fears around, and this economic downturn that is happening in Nigeria. Hopefully we'll see that happening, but I don't know if you have a contrary view on that or you have any other thing. Come to the comment section. Let's discuss more on this, and your opinion will be much appreciated. And any idea you have or any new business concern that you know that already starting up, do you think Anambra State or this state called will meet this target? Do you think their analysis of things will happen? And they reckon that Nigeria has 36 states, and if you count the number of states mentioned, they are not that many. So let's just count them. You count Lagos, Edo State, Ogun State, Oyo State, Delta State, Anambra State, Enugu State, Abia State, Imo State, and Federal Capital. So out of 36 plus Abuja 37, it's only 10 that will actually feature in economic expansion, greater economic expansion. So only 10 of Nigerian states and the Abuja will only, meaning that the other 27 will be struggling. That means that the economy, although if those ones can produce a lot of employment opportunity, might help to help all those other states and absorb some of the unemployment from other 20 something states that will struggle. So let's hope that this will come to pass. So we believe that that this will eventually happen. What is your view? I want to hear from you. I am Kodili-nye, the son of Wonderful, and I want you to like, comment, turn on notification button. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Continue to share to your friends. And I hope that what we have just discussed is making sense. But if you think that what we are talking is not making sense, you can just go and comment. And remember, this is only a reaction video, and is only forecast also based on the people that we discuss with. So remember, this channel or this is very entertaining, informative, and educative. So we actually make sure that we give you what that will that is very informative, something that can help. We have discussed a lot of things, and also I appreciate your support so far on this journey of success. We are marching forward, and with you on our side, we will accomplish what the set goals of this channel or this vlog is supposed to achieve. Thank you once again for staying, being patient with us. Thank you. Remember, we discussed 10 states to record greater economic activities in 2024. Anambra and 9 other states. Anambra and 9 other states to record greater economic, or meet their economic goals or targets. So let's just keep on watching this space. By April, we will know if Anambra or other states will meet their targets. Lagos is always there because of the comparative advantage given to Lagos, because Nigeria tend to operate one window economic projects whereby everything is has to come through Lagos. So that's give unfair advantage to Lagos, and other states has to battle out to survive. But hopefully that as time goes on with this liberalization, all those key economic sectors will be, you know, freed from imprisonment by the political class and the poor system in Nigeria. So, and Nigeria will start growing. Every part of Nigeria start to grow. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for, I do appreciate everything. I do appreciate you, you that have been commenting, you that have been liking our videos. Thank you for always being there. Thank you. And as I say, I am Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Have a wonderful time and have a wonderful day. See you in the next video. God bless you. Bye.